From ancient castles to Georgian mansions, the British royal family calls some of the most spectacular properties in the world home. These aren't just houses, they're living museums, architectural masterpieces and symbols of 1,000 years of history. Today we're ranking the top 10 royal residences in the United Kingdom by their sheer grandeur and magnificence. Let's dive in. Starting at number 10, we have Anmer Hall, the charming Georgian country house that serves as the Prince and Princess of Wales's beloved countryside retreat. Located in the quiet village of Anmer in Norfolk, this 10-bedroom residence sits on the sprawling Sandringham estate, just 2 miles from Sandringham House itself. Built in 1802, Anmer Hall features classic Georgian architecture with a handsome red brick facade, 13 bays across its south front, dormer windows in the attic. In 1896, it was purchased at auction for £25,000 by Ernest Terror Hooley, one of Victorian England's most notorious financial fraudsters. Hooley was a flamboyant company promoter who made millions buying promising companies like Dunlop, Schweppes and Bovril, and reselling them to the public at inflated prices. The future King Edward VII had actually tried to purchase Anmer Hall before Hooley's acquisition, and through an intermediary the prince pressured Hooley to sell it to him. Remarkably, Hooley agreed to sell at cost in 1898, just before his first bankruptcy, and the property became part of the Sandringham estate. Some historians suggest the prince's motivation wasn't just about acquiring the property, but also about preventing Hooley's controversial business associates from becoming neighbours on the royal estate. Queen Elizabeth II gave Anmer Hall to William and Kate as a wedding gift in 2011. The couple invested £1.5 million in private funds to renovate the property, adding a new roof, a modern kitchen, a conservatory and extensive tree planting for privacy. The estate includes a swimming pool, a tennis court with an artificial grass surface, and beautiful gardens where the family has been photographed celebrating anniversaries and participating in charity events. At number 9, we have Forest Lodge, the newly designated forever home of the Prince and Princess of Wales and their 3 children. This Grade 2 listed Georgian mansion in Windsor Great Park is making headlines as the residence where Prince William and Princess Kate plan to remain, even after William becomes king, breaking centuries of royal tradition. Originally known as Holly Grove, Forest Lodge was built in the 1770s and designed by the prominent architect Thomas Sandby, adapting earlier plans by Henry Flitcroft. The red brick mansion features classic Georgian elegance with a symmetrical 9-bay frontage, including a 3-bay projecting central block flanked by 2-storey wings. The exterior showcases Flemish Bond brickwork, a slate and tile roof, 6 chimneys and 9 bay windows. The house became part of the Crown Estate in 1829 and served as the residence of the Deputy Ranger for over a century. Number 8 is Highgrove House, King Charles III's beloved country retreat in Gloucestershire and arguably his most personal royal residence. This isn't just a house, it's a living testament to over 40 years of environmental passion, organic farming innovation, and one man's vision of sustainable living. Built between 1796 and 1798 in Georgian neoclassical style, Highgrove sits near the market town of Tetbury in the heart of the Cotswolds. The 9-bedroom house was purchased in 1980 by the Duchy of Cornwall from Maurice Macmillan for £865,000. Charles was initially drawn to the property because of its strategic location, offering easy access to London, Wales and the western counties where the duchy has most of its properties. In 1987, he remodelled the house with neoclassical additions, creating a warm family home where he raised Prince William and Prince Harry. While the house itself remains private, the gardens welcome over 40,000 visitors annually for guided tours between April and October. At number 7, we have Royal Lodge in Windsor Great Park, a Grade 2 listed house with deep connections to the modern royal family. A residence has stood on this site since at least the 1660s, but the current structure dates from the 19th century and contains approximately 30 rooms. The house gained its current form in the 1820s when it became a private retreat for George IV, then Prince Regent. After much of it was demolished by William IV in 1830, it served as grace and favour accommodation for over a century. The real story of Royal Lodge begins in 1931 when King George V granted it to the Duke and Duchess of York, later King George VI and Queen Elizabeth. They expanded the property with the help of Sir Eric Saville, creating a family home where Princesses Elizabeth and Margaret spent much of their childhood. The grounds extend to 98 acres and include the Royal Chapel of All Saints, built in the 1820s. After George VI's death in 1952, the Queen Mother used Royal Lodge as her Windsor residence for 50 years, until she passed away there in 2002. Prince Andrew has held the lease since 2003, having paid a £1 million premium and committed £7.5 million to refurbishment. Under the 75-year lease terms, he pays a peppercorn rent of £1 peppercorn if demanded per annum, a symbolic payment that has recently drawn scrutiny. Princess Eugenie held her wedding reception here in 2018, and the property has an estimated open market value of at least £30 million. Number 6 is Bagshot Park, the impressive Grade 2 listed home of the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, Prince Edward and Sophie. Located near the village of Bagshot in Surrey, just 11 miles south of Windsor, this striking red brick mansion sits on 51 acres within the designated area of Windsor Great Park. The current building is truly spectacular, a 120-room mansion completed in 1879 for Prince Arthur, Duke of Connaught, the third son of Queen Victoria. Built in Tudor Gothic style with red brick and stone dressings, it features one of the most remarkable interiors in any royal residence. An Indian-themed billiard room wing that was prefabricated in India and installed in the 1880s. This extraordinary space, designed by John Lockwood Kipling, Rudyard Kipling's father, took 2 years to complete and was a wedding gift from Indian princes to the Duke and Duchess of Connaught. And this work actually inspired the more famous Durbar Room at Osborne House. Number 5 is Clarence House, an elegant mansion located on the Mall in London, adjacent to St James's Palace. While it may be lesser known than Buckingham Palace, this residence has housed some of the most significant members of the royal family for nearly 2 centuries. Built between 1825 and 1827 by John Nash for the Duke of Clarence, later King William IV, the house was designed as a relatively modest royal residence by palace standards. Over the years, it has been home to Queen Victoria's mother, the Duchess of Kent, and later to Queen Victoria's son, the Duke of Connaught. But Clarence House is most famous for being the London residence of Queen Elizabeth from 1953 until her death in 2002. During her time there, she filled the house with her remarkable collection of art, furniture and personal treasures, creating one of the most beautifully appointed royal residences. Number 4 brings us to Norfolk, England and Sandringham House, the beloved private country retreat of the royal family and the traditional Christmas gathering place. Unlike most royal properties, Sandringham is personally owned by the monarch, not held by the Crown Estate. This Georgian mansion was purchased in 1862 by Queen Victoria for her son, the future King Edward VII, for £220,000. Set within a sprawling 20,000-acre estate, Sandringham was almost completely rebuilt between 1870 and 1900 in what architectural historian Nicholas Pevsner described as frenetic Jacobean style. The house features grand reception rooms, a magnificent ballroom and ornate interiors befitting a royal residence. The estate features over 300 homes on the property, with almost all of them generating rental income. It's a working estate with woodland, parkland, championship shoots, and even its own museum housed in former coach houses, displaying royal life and an extensive collection of royal motor vehicles. In 1977, Queen Elizabeth II opened Sandringham to the public for her Silver Jubilee, and visitors can now tour the house, visit the museum and explore the magnificent gardens and grounds. At number 3, we venture deep into the Scottish Highlands to Balmoral Castle in Aberdeenshire. the royal family's beloved summer retreat and one of their most cherished private residences. This is where grandeur meets natural Highland beauty. Balmoral was purchased in 1852 by Prince Albert as a gift for Queen Victoria for just £32,000. Victoria called it her dear paradise in the Highlands, and construction began in 1853 on a new castle in the Scottish baronial style. The old building was demolished after the new castle was completed in 1856. Today, Balmoral sits on an incredible 50,000 acres within Cairngorms National Park. The estate includes formal gardens, extensive forests, farmland, and a working estate complete with grouse moors, Highland cattle, deer and ponies. The castle itself contains 52 bedrooms, along with 150 outbuildings, lodges and holiday cottages. The estate also includes Burke Hall, where King Charles and Queen Camilla prefer to stay. Inside Balmoral is a tartan and chintz dreamland, decorated in traditional Caledonian style with hunting trophies, Scottish paintings and cosy furnishings. The castle hosts the annual Gillies Ball, a royal summer party tradition dating back to Queen Victoria and Prince Albert, who would throw summer parties for their staff. Queen Elizabeth II spent every summer here, and it was at Balmoral that she peacefully passed away in September 2022, surrounded by family in the place she loved most. At number 2 we have Buckingham Palace, the most iconic symbol of the British monarchy, and arguably the most famous royal residence in the world. This is grandeur on an almost unimaginable scale. Buckingham Palace has been the official London residence of British monarchs since 1837, when Queen Victoria moved in. Built originally in 1703 as the Duke of Buckingham's townhouse, it was acquired by King George III in 1762 and lavishly enlarged throughout the 18th and 19th centuries. The palace is massive, containing 775 rooms, including 188 staff bedrooms, 92 offices, 78 bathrooms, 52 royal and guest bedrooms, and 19 spectacular staterooms. The staterooms are jaw-dropping spaces of gilded ceilings, massive chandeliers, priceless paintings by masters like Rembrandt and Canaletto, and museum-quality furnishings. The throne room, with its crimson silk walls and ceremonial chairs, is where official coronation photographs are taken. The ballroom, at 123 feet long, hosts state banquets for up to 170 guests beneath glittering chandeliers. The balcony overlooking the mall has been the stage for countless historic moments, from VE Day celebrations to royal weddings and jubilees. It's where the nation looks during moments of celebration and mourning. The staterooms open to the public each summer for 10 weeks, offering a rare glimpse inside. Currently undergoing a massive 10-year, £369 million renovation to update electrical wiring, plumbing and heating systems, the palace is being carefully modernised while preserving its historic grandeur. And claiming the number 1 spot is Windsor Castle, not just a royal residence, but the oldest and largest occupied castle in the world. This isn't just grandeur. Its living history spanning nearly a millennium. Founded by William the Conqueror around 1070 as part of the Norman invasion's defensive ring around London, Windsor Castle covers 13 acres and contains approximately 1,000 rooms. The castle has been continuously inhabited by monarchs for over 900 years and remains a working royal palace to this day. Think about that. This fortress has witnessed the entire sweep of English and British history, from medieval kings to modern monarchs. The state apartments are simply breathtaking, rooms of golden grandeur filled with paintings by Rembrandt, Rubens, Van Dyck and Canaletto, glistening chandeliers, intricate plasterwork, and priceless antiques. These aren't museum pieces, these rooms are still used for state occasions and official entertaining. St George's Chapel, a masterpiece of Gothic architecture, is home to the most noble order of the Garter and has hosted numerous royal weddings, including Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's in 2018 and Princess Eugenie's later that year. The castle survived a devastating fire in 1992 that destroyed 9 principal staterooms and 120,000 square feet of space. The restoration, completed in 1997, cost approximately $48 million and was funded almost entirely by opening Buckingham Palace to the public for the first time. The restored rooms are magnificent. The new Gothic-style St George's Hall, stretching 185 feet long, is particularly spectacular. What makes Windsor Castle truly worthy of the #1 spot isn't just its 1,000 rooms or its 900 years of history. It's that this medieval fortress remains vibrantly alive. It's the world's oldest continuously occupied palace, the largest occupied castle on Earth, and a structure so magnificent that it defines what we imagine when we think of royal grandeur. Which royal residence is your favourite? Have you visited any of these incredible properties? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey through Royal Britain, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell for more architecture content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.